Good morning, St. Francis. Good morning, people of God. It is Thursday, the 20th day of February, 2025, Thursday of the 6th week of the year, the 6th week in Ordinary Time, and we have a rather wintry wonderland here on the campus of St. Francis. That's how it is. Again, and Father Chris is being a little wolf over there by the door. But everything is closed again because Carolina has shut down for a little bit of snow. So it is a little bit icy outside. So we'll see what happens as the day moves on. I am in shorts again. There we are. Yeah, I'm in shorts again, only because it's my moniker. So it's not that cold. It's not that windy as it was yesterday. We'll just see what happens with it all. So anyway, on this Thursday of the 6th week of the year, 6th week in Ordinary Time, we did not have Mass today because we're all closed and everything like that. Let's see, we continue the book of Genesis. And here are an interesting couple of developments. So Noah has come out of the ark with his sons, and basically God creates a covenant with Noah. He didn't necessarily have a covenant with the first man and woman, with Adam and with Eve. That's always an interesting kind of a thing, because again, the first creations just necessarily would have a relationship with God until they decide they don't want one, and everything goes crazy. So a covenant is made with Noah. Now, different than the covenant that's made with Abraham, which will come later on. But the covenant is basically never to destroy the earth again, and God throws the rainbow in the sky and everything else like that. There is a couple of interesting, though, developments that happen with this. In that, remember in the beginning of creation, it is the fruit of the trees that are given to humanity to eat. Well, now basically it's anything. Human beings can eat both plant and animal. So whereas human beings were vegan, or basically more than vegetarian, we're probably vegan at the beginning of time, now in chapter 9, because of humanity's propensity to violence, it is sometimes argued that basically they can kill whatever they want. They just cannot eat it if it has blood still in it. So the blood has to be drained from it, because again, blood is a life force, and so it should not be eaten with blood in it. So no medium rare, no rare steaks, nothing like that. They have to all be well done if you're going to be true to the commandment of the new covenant that God makes with Noah. So this interesting kind of development, and it seems as though God begins to give up on humanity while still caring for humanity, rather than trying to change or redirect humanity's propensities. It's basically God saying, I guess this is how it is, and they might as well just now eat whatever they want and kill meat and whatever. It's always a question, but what about Abel's sacrifice of the first of the sheep, of the lamb? What would happen to that lamb afterwards? And again, the idea would have been that God would have consumed it. It would have disappeared. So that's it. So you could kill the lamb as an offering and have that be acceptable, but you could not eat it before this time. It gets very complicated in some ways. The other thing is that the prohibition against killing human beings, because again, this is one of the reasons why God decides to destroy the earth, is because we become aggressive and warlike, is that because we image the image of God, because we are each the image of God in our very being, having been created in the image and likeness of God. So again, a throwback to Genesis 1, not necessarily Genesis 2. Because of this, it is unthinkable that you would ever want to destroy this image, by murder or something like that. So again, the prohibitions against murder, against killing of another human being, also begin here. These kinds of realities, these kinds of things that develop, again, give question to a God. Is God giving up? Is God still trying? Is God basically just taking everything as it is and trying to work with it as it is? It's all this interesting kind of development that happens again after this flood, after Noah leaves the ark. The gospel for today is where, in Mark's remembering, Jesus asks that question, who do people say that I am? And while the apostles, offer all kinds of things, it is Peter who offers the idea that he is the Messiah, the Son of God. and then nothing else is said to Peter about that. So he's not made the first apostle, he's not made prince of the apostles, he's not made leader of the apostles as in Matthew's gospel, because Peter seemed to have had friends there that wanted to make sure that Peter was recognized as being someone important. It's basically they just go on, and it's only when Jesus basically predicts his passion, and Peter says, "Far be it from you to suffer that," that then the sense in which Jesus calls him Satan and to get behind him is said. So again, there's this whole sort of interesting reality that's happening here in Matthew's gospel. If it is the earliest one, there is no setting Peter up as being better than all the other apostles. And in fact, what is maintained in all three of the synoptics of Matthew, Mark, and Luke is the fact that, yes, Peter recognizes something about Jesus and then puts his foot in it afterwards. And so interesting to know as we move through Mark's gospel in this way. So a blessed day, St. Francis and people of God, a blessed snow day if you have it. May the Lord give you his peace.